That's a nod to say you're recording, not a nod to say I'm pushing the button now. You nod to let me know if that's okay. Yeah, there's a recording nod. Oh, look, we're recording. Good evening. Welcome. No, I'm not doing that. Good evening. Welcome to You Can't Handle the Truth Movies. My name's Chris. That's James. And
Hello.
we wanted to try and find a really bad movie. And we saw that Rotten Tomatoes had given a movie 0 for the first time ever when it first came
Well,
out.
the first amount of people, he got a 0, yeah.
So, Psycho Killer. A police officer tracks a killer after her husband, a highway patrolman, becomes one of his victims.
Is that the whole thing?
That is the whole blurb.
That's all it needs, to be fair. So, yeah, this film, I come up on my radar because I've seen how many reviewers have reviewed it and put reviews online saying how it's a 0 and the worst film ever. That took me by interest because we've seen so many bad films. We just want to see what
New Toxic
the
Avengers,
normal human being's perception of a bad film is.
Popeye the Slayer Man.
And this isn't even the worst film I've seen this week.
Yeah.
And in the past year, I can probably list 50 worse films than this. So I'll just start off with that. That's where the discretion is here. That does not mean I think it was a good film. I want to make that very clear.
It's not the worst film ever, but it's also not actually good.
The story was written by the guy that wrote Seven. He wrote, what was that one of Sleepy Hollow with Johnny? Johnny Knoxville, Johnny Depp.
Johnny Knoxville.
That would have been a different film. And he wrote another one as well. And he wrote the one with Michael Fassbender, The Killer. So this guy who's done the writing's done some great writing, which was very surprising because there's a few issues with this film, obviously. But one of the biggest ones was that the story was just not coherent. It didn't match up and it just was very straightforward and bland. But to be honest, he was a killer and he was a psycho.
Exactly what you got on the tin, yeah.
Yeah? What are you going to say about it?
No, it was like there was that thing, because obviously he's a Satanist and all of that, and when he joins them people that are also Satanists, and he sat there and they're all talking crap, and I think
Wannabes.
the whole time he's just sat thinking, I'm the only real one here.
He was sat there like, I should be the head of the table, and he wasn't.
So he went back later when they're all having an orgy for no reason with some really old man, which is absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, but he was pretty minted.
Yeah.
His driveway was like a mile long.
He goes back there with an axe and sorts out the hierarchy.
But he lets the one that was the most not satanic leave and says he thinks that he is
a true believer.
Yeah, that's kind of strange. The kills are very... I'd heard about them before I watched them. Like, there's one point where he drinks the priest's blood through a straw for some reason.
For fun.
For some reason.
For funsies.
But it really wasn't, like... It was pretty stupid. It wasn't scary, but...
A lot of the kills were just like slash kind of kills.
The blood was kind of AI blood, but it reminded me of Spartacus.
Yeah.
Where it was just over the top and cheap.
The best blood bit I thought was when he was behind the old man and he stuck it through his head and you can't see anything and they just had blood like a fountain. I like that.
I quite like the way he looked the part. People taking the piss out of his voice. I thought it was.
He did sound a bit like Bane.
He sounded a bit Baney. Anyway,
I grew up in the dark.
Who else did you have? You had the woman was trying to catch him. She was a highway sheriff.
Yeah.
Because at the beginning of the film, he kills her husband. I thought she was fine.
Yeah, I noticed some of the reviews people saying that it's a problem that she didn't have a partner with her and stuff like that.
That she didn't have many interactions with the other, but I thought she did, and she was out of her county of residence anyway. Jurisdiction, and the people that did play out through the movie. So a lot of the points people pointed out,
she did have a pop at him as well. Like she had a go.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like that sniper shot and stuff. I don't want to be rude, but through the window, through when he lifted his mask up, that was a good shot. Fair play.
One of the last points people have pointed out that it doesn't make sense is that at the end he goes to the power plant to try and just kill everybody. And it's like, well, why did he stab it. Well, why did he put a straw for? He's not a stable guy. It's called psycho killer, not regular killer in a logical manner. This guy was nuts, right?
Yeah.
But
He's not Bill Gates.
No, he's not.
He's trying to
He ain't
kill.
that bad.
He's just trying to just kill people. Like Bill Gates is killing people in a
Yeah.
more clever way.
It could have all been made much better. It could have been made much darker. It could have been made much. It all could have been done just better, but it wasn't as bad as it's been made out.
Yeah, it wasn't. Look, we've seen some. Like, as I said, the new Toxic Avenger was.
Let's just do a very, very quick one. So, would you rather watch this over Toxic Avenger?
Yes.
Me too. Would you rather watch it over Popeye the Slayer Man?
Yes.
Me too. Would you rather watch it over Only Feet?
Oh my! So yes.
We'll be reviewing that next. Stay tuned. And last one. Would you rather? This is one I want to know. Would you rather watch it over Hellfire? Ooh, that's it. See now.
They're about the same level. Yeah.
And none of them are as bad as the previous ones. And I can myself go worse than those. I can go worse than Only Feet.
You can't go worse than Only Feet.
I can. Don't tempt me. I can. So I'm done.
We'll review that next, and you'll see why we're gonna struggle to get lower than that.
Anyway, I've said enough about this film. I think you get the point. But it's not a good. I'm not saying it's a good film. I know I've defended it a lot. I just want people to know when they're saying how bad films are. You've got to understand. It's like the internet. You've got up here where you've got Hollywood and all this sort of Avengers stuff going on. You've got some really good classics. You've got some okay movies. You've got bad movies. You've got these kind of movies. But you've still got down... I don't think the camera goes down that low. But you've still got down there where it exists. Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay, out of 10.
I was going to give it like a 4.5. So it is watchable, but I would definitely say don't bother. Because it could have just all been done better. It doesn't really have much fluency throughout it. And... yeah, I don't know.
4.5, I think, is a fair score. You're not being too harsh on it, and you're not being too nice. But yeah, it is watchable, but also it's not.
Yeah, true.
Like that's where you're at.
All I'm saying is it's just not a 0. That's just not. It's just not. We can show you some zeros if you want.
You don't need to watch it. That's the end.